Hello students, this is our chapter Molecular Basis of Inheritance. Today we'll study about transcription. Transcription you all already know that it is the process in which one strand of DNA is converted into messenger RNA. So transcription and post-transcription processes we'll study about it. Central dogma, I have told you about central dogma. One way flow of information for DNA to messenger RNA and from messenger RNA to proteins is called central dogma. So DNA makes DNA by the process of replication, and then DNA makes messenger RNA by the process of transcription that we are going to study today. And further, messenger RNA will go under a process translation and forms proteins and which are expressed in our body as the way of hormones or enzymes. These proteins are expressing themselves. The principle of complementarity governs the process of transcription, except the adenosine now forms base pair with uracil instead of thiamine. We all know that adenine pairs with thiamine in DNA, but in RNA, thiamine is not present. Instead of thiamine, there is uracil is present. So, however, unlike in the process of replication, which once set in, the total DNA of organism gets duplicated, but in transcription, only a segment of DNA and only one of the strand is copied into RNA. Means all the DNA is not transcribed into RNA and only one segment, one template of the DNA is transcribed into RNA. So now the question is why both the strands are not copied during transcription. So it just has a simple answer. First of all, if both the strands act as template, they would code for RNA molecule with different sequences. And if they code for proteins, the sequence of amino acid in proteins would be different. Hence, the one segment of DNA would be coding for two different proteins, and it will not. It complement the process of genetic information transfer machinery. And the second is RNA molecule if produced simultaneously. Two RNA molecules if are produced simultaneously would be complementary to each other. Hence, would form a double-stranded RNA. And double-stranded RNA is not always working. They would prevent RNA from being translated into protein, and the exercise of transcription will become a futile one. This diagram is showing transcriptional unit. A transcription unit in DNA is defined primarily by the three regions in the DNA. You can see first one is a promoter, second is the structural gene, and third one is a terminator. So here is a convention in defining the two strands of DNA in the structural gene of transcription unit. Since the two strands have opposite polarity and the DNA dependent RNA polymerase enzyme is working on the polymerization in only one direction. That is, the synthesis of RNA always occurs in 5 to 3 direction. So template strand would be 3 to 5 direction. So against 3 to 5 direction, only messenger RNA is formed and 5 to 3 strand is not working anyone. So the polarity 3 to 5 act as template and is referred to as template strand. The other strand which has polarity which is 5 to 3 and the sequence same as RNA except thiamine at the place of uracil is displaced during transcription. So it's strangely this strand has a misnomer. It's called coding strand, but it doesn't code for anything. All the reference is given according to the template strand. So as you can see upper there is given template strand and coding strand ATGC 3 to 5 direction में जो दी हुई है and 5 to 3 direction में TACG. This is a DNA strand. So can you now write the sequence of RNA transcribed from the above strand? Above DNA. So you can see that instead it's against formed in reference to 3 to 5 strand. So A will pair against uracil and T will pair against adenine and G will against cytosine and C with guanine. Here you have to understand that in RNA no thiamine is present. So instead of thiamine there will be always present uracil. So this is showing the transcription unit. This is again explaining transcription unit, DNA directed RNA synthesis, that 3 to 5 and 5 to 3 strands are present here, and messenger RNA is formed always in the 5 to 3 direction. And then there are three processes, initiation, elongation and termination, which we are going to learn now. This is again showing a coding strand and template strand. You can see here that template strand is have polarity 3 to 5 direction and coding strand has polarity 5 to 3 direction. And transcription always occur against 3 to 5 direction of template strand, and template strand has going to form messenger RNA and has polarity like only uracil is present instead of thiamine. In transcription, one more enzyme is there, that is DNA-dependent RNA polymerase, that catalyzes transcription of all types of RNA in bacteria. So RNA polymerase binds to promoter and initiates transcription. It uses nucleoside triphosphate as substrate, and one sigma factor is involved here. So it somehow facilitates opening of helix. Opening of helix is done by helicase and continuous elongation. Only a short strand of RNA remains bound to the enzyme. Once the polymerization reaches the termination region, the nascent RNA falls off, so also the RNA polymerase. This results in the termination of transcription. Now you must know that um, uh, in transcription, termination factor is rho factor, which initiates the termination, and for initiation there is sigma factor is present. With the help of sigma factor, RNA polymerase initiates transcription, and with the help of rho factor it terminates the process of transcription. This is just one more diagram which shows the direction of transcription from DNA to RNA, and the enzymes involved in the transcription. This is one more diagram which is showing transcription. So in transcription, helicase enzyme is working for uncoiling of DNA at specific sites in the motor region of cystone. It takes place by DNA helicase. RNA polymerase 2 recognizes and binds to the promoter sequence. RNA polymerase 2 synthesize RNA always from 5 to 3 direction. Hence, among two strands of RNA, DNA, one strand or 3 to 5 end as a template. So this is for only your revision. RNA polymerase recognizes and binds to the promoter sequence present upstream of DNA gene. The double helical unwinds and is ready to be transcribed. Next step is elongation. In elongation, RNA is formed along the protein coding gene, adding complementary RNA nucleotides in the direction of 5 to 3 direction. Now this is the final step in prokaryotes, that is termination. RNA polymerase reaches the terminated region of protein encoding gene and hence the transcription terminates. The transcriptor released from the DNA and it is called now heterogeneous RNA or pre-RNA.